Dominican Republic, hidden Caribbean paradise. Did you know that the Dominican Republic has fascinating secrets that few know about? Imagine a country with a unique history, vibrant cultures, and traditions that have endured for centuries, but also with natural mysteries and surprising curiosities. What makes this Caribbean nation a true hidden paradise in the world? Today, we invite you to learn amazing facts about the Dominican Republic that will change your perception of this tourist destination. Are you ready to discover them? Don't miss this video and stay with us until the end to learn all the secrets of the island. The Dominican Republic is a fascinating place full of history, culture, breathtaking nature, and human warmth that makes it one of the most visited destinations in Latin America. Beyond its paradisiacal beaches and vibrant nightlife, this Caribbean country has a richness that few know in depth. If you've ever wondered what makes the Dominican Republic so special, get ready to discover facts and curiosities you probably didn't know. From its origin as one of the first islands discovered by Christopher Columbus to its natural wonders, here lies a paradise full of secrets. The Dominican Republic, known for its hospitality, is the second largest nation in the Caribbean, with a population of more than 11 million. In addition to its size, it is one of the largest economies in the region. Since the arrival of mass tourism in recent years, the island has seen a boom in its industry, making it a reference for those seeking to enjoy a mix of history, culture, and nature like no other. But beyond the sun and beaches of Punta Cana, the country hides corners full of magic that deserve to be discovered. One of the most interesting aspects is that the Dominican Republic is the only country in the world that is home to a red river. The Daquini River, in the region of Constanza, presents an unusual color due to the minerals found in its basin. This geological phenomenon has fascinated scientists and tourists alike. This is not the only natural mystery the island has to offer, as its territory is home to more than 800 species of medicinal plants, some of which are endemic, making the island's biodiversity incomparable. In terms of geography, the Dominican Republic has something truly unique. It is home to Pico Duarte, the highest mountain in the Caribbean, rising 3,098 meters above sea level. This imposing formation is located in the José Armando Bermúdez National Park, a protected area that attracts hikers and adventurers from all over the world. Climbing Pico Duarte is not only a test of endurance, but an opportunity to enjoy panoramic views that showcase the island's diverse landscape, from mist-shrouded mountains to valleys filled with lush trees. But geography is not the only thing that makes the Dominican Republic special. The country also has a rich cultural heritage that is reflected in its traditions, cuisine, and festivities. Merengue, an infectious rhythm that has conquered the world, was born in the Dominican Republic. Its influence on global music is unquestionable, and the country has been the scene of thousands of concerts and festivals dedicated to this genre. Over the years, international figures such as Juan Luis Guerra, Celia Cruz, and Ruben Blades have helped bring merengue to every corner of the globe. Dominican gastronomy is another fundamental aspect that represents its identity. A typical dish that is never missing on the table is the bandera, consisting of rice, beans, and meat, accompanied by salad. However, the variety is not limited to the main dishes. On the beaches, you can find delicious fresh seafood, while in the mountainous areas, the flavors of traditional food are combined with local ingredients that add a unique touch. Tropical fruits, such as soursop, papaya, and mango, are common in local markets, and their natural juices are a delight to the palate. The history of the Dominican Republic is also fascinating, being the place where the first city of the New World was founded, Santo Domingo. The colonial zone of the capital, declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO, is a journey into the past. Among its cobblestone streets you can find buildings from the 16th and 17th centuries, such as the Catedral Primada de America, the first cathedral in the entire continent. This rich historical heritage attracts thousands of tourists who wish to learn more about the birth of America and the Spanish influence in the region. Although known for its natural and cultural beauty, the Dominican Republic is also a place of contrasts. The differences between urban and rural areas are evident, but so are the differences in the way life is lived. In the big cities, modernity blends with tradition, and economic growth has allowed new shopping malls, restaurants, and residential projects to spring up across the country. However, in the more remote villages, life remains simple and tranquil, maintaining ancestral customs that have endured for generations. Sports also play an important role in the daily lives of Dominicans, especially baseball. The Dominican Republic has produced some of the best baseball players in the world, and its influence in the U.S. major leagues is notable. Players such as Juan Murriel, Pedro Martinez, Sammy Sosa, and David Ortiz have been a fundamental part of the nation's sports legacy. The sport is more than a passion, it is a tradition that unites Dominicans in every corner of the island. However, not everything is perfect in the Dominican Republic. The country faces significant challenges in terms of social development, poverty, and the environment. Despite economic advances, there are still areas where social inequality is evident, and many Dominicans struggle to access basic services such as education and healthcare. In addition, deforestation and pollution are growing problems that threaten the island's unique biodiversity. Despite these challenges, the Dominican people continue to struggle to improve their living conditions and protect their beautiful natural environment. The island's tropical climate is another attraction for those looking to escape the cold winter. The average annual temperature ranges between 25 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius, making the Dominican Republic an ideal year-round destination. Rainfall is frequent in some areas, especially during the hurricane season, which runs from June to November, although damage is often minor compared to other Caribbean regions. Despite the climatic hazards, the Dominican Republic remains a place of refuge for those seeking sun and sea at any time of the year. Dominicans are known for their warmth and hospitality. If you have ever had the good fortune to visit this country, you have surely experienced the friendliness of its people. Dominicans always have a smile and are willing to help tourists, sharing with them their culture, music, and food. This generosity has been one of the main reasons why the Dominican Republic remains a favorite tourist destination, and why those who visit the island feel they always have a place to return to. In short, the Dominican Republic is much more than a sun and beach destination. It is a country with a rich history, a vibrant culture, a unique geography, and a population full of energy and enthusiasm. If you ever decide to visit, you'll be amazed not only by its natural beauty, but also by the stories, flavors, and experiences you'll discover in every corner of the island. Whether you are drawn to the mountains, the beaches, or the history, the Dominican Republic has something to offer everyone, making it a true hidden paradise in the Caribbean. The Dominican Republic is a melting pot of cultures, a mix of indigenous, African, and European traditions that are reflected in its music, dance, gastronomy, and festivals. Merengue and bachata are two of the best-known musical genres in the world, but their origin on the island goes far beyond just the sounds. Merengue, for example, has a deep and symbolic history related to the resistance of African slaves, who, through this rhythm, found a way to express their emotions and difficulties. Bachata, on the other hand, began in rural areas and, although initially seen as low-status music, has gained worldwide recognition. The Dominican Republic's folk art is also a fascinating aspect of the culture. The country has a rich tradition of painting, sculpture, and crafts, influenced by the history and peoples that have inhabited the island. Dominicans are known for their colorful and vibrant creations, which depict everything from everyday scenes to mythological figures from the indigenous Taino culture. Local markets are an excellent place to see examples of these works, where artisans sell their handmade products, such as amber jewelry, ceramics, and textiles. One of the most curious traditions in the Dominican Republic is the Dia de los Reyes Magos, celebrated on January 6th. This day is not only a religious holiday, but also an opportunity for children to receive gifts from the Three Kings, similar to Christmas in other parts of the world. In addition, this day is celebrated with parades and festivals, especially in the city of Higüey, where one of the largest celebrations takes place. Independence Day, which is commemorated on February 27th, is a very significant date for Dominicans. The country's independence, achieved in 1844, is a key moment in national history. Festivities on this day include military parades, civic acts, and a host of cultural events, reflecting the nation's pride in its independence and its achievements. On this day, the streets are filled with the colors of the national flag, red, white, and blue. Baseball is almost a religion in the Dominican Republic, and the passion for this sport is intensely experienced in every corner of the country. Many Dominican players have achieved stardom in the major leagues of the United States, which has made baseball more than a sporting activity, it is a national identity. Little League Baseball exists in almost every neighborhood, and children dream of becoming big stars in the sport. The quality of Dominican players has been recognized internationally, and this has contributed to making baseball an integral part of the national culture. In addition to its sports and music, the cuisine of the Dominican Republic has a unique richness that varies depending on the region. In the north, for example, it is common to find a dish called sancocho, a thick stew of meat and vegetables, considered a national dish. The food is also strongly influenced by the presence of tropical fruits, which are not only tasty, but also versatile in the kitchen. The mango, mashed plantain, and tostines, fried plantain, are other dishes enjoyed throughout the country. The Dominican Carnival is one of the country's most important celebrations. During this event, held mainly in February, thousands of people gather to parade through the streets dressed as traditional characters such as Diablos Cojuelos, which are a representation of good and evil in Dominican popular culture. The costumes are impressive, full of bright colors and elaborate details, and the streets are filled with music, dancing, and an energy that can only be described as contagious. Another curious aspect of Dominican culture is the use of the Calmadon, a neighborhood store that sells a variety of products, from groceries to alcoholic beverages. Calmadones are much more than just stores, they are social meeting points where Dominicans can relax, share a beer, listen to music, and discuss the latest issues. It is in these small businesses that one of the most endearing facets of Dominican life is created. As for popular beliefs, the Dominican Republic has a rich folklore full of myths and legends that have been passed down from generation to generation. One of the best-known legends is that of La Ciguapa, a mythical creature that is said to inhabit the mountains and forests of the country. This figure, represented as a woman with long hair who walks upside down, has terrified and fascinated many generations of Dominicans. There is also the legend of the Cayman Man, which is a myth related to the Taino belief in the coexistence of humans and supernatural beings in the jungle. The Dominican Republic is also known for its amber production, which is one of the country's most valuable minerals. Dominican amber is famous for its clarity and the quality of its inclusions, which makes it highly prized in jewelry and collectibles. In fact, the Amber Museum in Puerto Plata offers an impressive collection of pieces dating back millions of years, some with inclusions of fossilized insects that give it a mystical and scientific touch at the same time. The tourism market has significantly transformed the country, but the traditional way of life still persists. In many villages in the interior, life remains simple and very different from urban areas. People maintain their ancestral customs and celebrate festivities that are not easily found in the larger cities. These villages are a window to the past, where ancient traditions are lived with a unique intensity, and where the pace of life remains leisurely and serene. A surprising fact is that, despite modernization, the Dominican Republic has one of the oldest traditions in cocoa production. The country has historically been one of the world's largest cocoa producers, and its high-quality chocolate products are highly valued in international markets. In fact, many local producers combine cocoa with other indigenous ingredients to create uniquely flavored chocolates, which has put the country on the global culinary map. Finally, the language is also a reflection of the cultural mix. Although Spanish is the official language, the Dominican accent and expressions are unique. The way Dominicans speak is full of twists, idioms, and words of their own that reflect the history and the African and indigenous influences. The warmth of its people is reflected in the way they communicate, with a generally friendly, direct, and lively tone that invites tourists to feel welcome in every conversation. If you have been surprised by everything you have learned about the Dominican Republic, don't forget to subscribe to our World and Evolution channel, where we continue to explore places, cultures, and curiosities from around the world. Also, if you are interested in continuing to learn and evolve with us, we invite you to visit our website selfmatamillionaires.online, where you will find exclusive content for entrepreneurs and growth-minded people. Don't miss it. Subscribe now and be part of our community.